Hey, it's Will Crockett here, and thanks so much for your interest in the eProduct that we have for Mother's Day. I just actually shot into this template the past weekend and came up with some really cool results. So I wanted to show you the product that I just made of a little dude named Nicky. Take a look at this.
Happy Mother's Day.
Pretty cool, right? Well, here's how it works. I'm able to take that template from discovermirrorless.com, shoot into that template 2 still photos, 2 pieces of video, then combine those still photos and video files with the eTemplate and send it to a hybrid lab. Then, a day later, they send me back the file, or if in fact I want to, I can have them send it directly to my customer. Not bad, right? Cool. Let me show you how all that works. Ready? When you buy the eKit, you'll download a folder. And in that folder, you're going to see 2 files that jump right out at you. First is a folder that says eTemplate files. And those are all the mechanical parts that you're going to need to upload to your hybrid lab in order for them to make that product for you. And then, of course, there's the Watch Me First, which is this, this video that you're watching, well, first, I guess now. That's a set of instructions and some tips for you to be able to make the eProduct that you want to. Now, you don't have to shoot these photos and video files exactly the way I do, not at all. But you do have to keep in mind that the photos might have some graphic overlays in the eTemplate, so you can't have a group of 90 kids when one of the pieces one of the photo pieces we're going to crop in is going to have a mask on it. Also, the other thing that we have to be conscious of is the length of time of the videos. Video 1 that we have to upload for this template is set for 7 seconds long. And video 2 is set for 3 seconds long. Now, those are going to have transitions that go into that video and out of that video. So as photographers, we have to be thinking, all right, I'm going to record a 7-second long video. I need it to be quiet when it starts and then have the kids start to talk. And then he finishes talking and then it's going to be quiet again. And then that video is going to dissolve out. And I don't know about you, if you're already have a lot of video experience. I really don't in this instance. That's one of the things I really have to pay attention to. So let's take a look at the files that are inside the eTemplate files, and I'll tell you what each one of those are. If we open it up this way, we'll label it by name, so it's in alphabetical order. First is the butterfly background.mp4, and that is the background video file that Suzette Allen made for us. Now, it may be pink or it may be blue, depending on if it's male or female. And that is up to your hybrid lab. The one that I have in here is the pink version. Next, circlemask.jpg. That's there to help you visualize the photo that's going to be cropped in tight on this video. Next one down is the sample, and it's either Suzette's sample or it might be my sample in there. It's just a sample eProduct for you to see exactly what it'll look like when it's done. Then underneath there, we've got some files that are the actual eTemplate files themselves. There's one that's .bak, .psh, pst, whatever. You might have some other ones in there too. Don't get freaked out. Those are for ProShow. And if you happen to have a PC that's running ProShow Producer, you can actually convert these yourself. It's a lot of work. And if you're into that stuff, go right ahead. I prefer sending it out to a hybrid lab, right? We use movewa.com. Don't you love that name? Movewa? I know. Next, photo 1. That's what I'm going to shoot. And photo 2, I'm going to shoot that too. To back 30 seconds, that's the music that's licensed for this eProduct. And here's how it works. You can resell this eProduct as many times as you want to for a period of a year. And as long as it doesn't appear on TV or anything, this license covers you. You can't pull this song out of this eTemplate and use it for something else, though. The license agreement that we have with the musical artist does not cover that. So feel free to sell 100 eProducts from this kit or 10,000. Doesn't matter. You don't have to pay any extra. If you do decide to use this music again next year, you should get in contact with us and we'll have to pay a royalty again to the music folks. But that's just It's up to you. If you want to swap it out and use a different piece of music, you can do that too if you don't like this music. But make sure you do have a license to use music if you change out from ours. Next is the Thumbs database. That's also for the eTemplate service. Next is Video 1. That's what I'm going to shoot. And Video 2. We're going to crank that one out too, aren't we? Okay, first up, I want to go back to Photo 1. Take a look. This is shot horizontally. I'm using mirrorless cameras for this these days. You could easily use DSLR. And I cropped it square because I know that this is going to be the first photo that pops up in my eProduct. And that's how I want it to look. I want the little kid with their little piece right there. Next, Photo 2. It's horizontal and it kind of focuses on the little art project of the kid, right? Nice. Then Video 1. Cool, right? Now yours doesn't have to look like that. If you want to do it this way, do it this way. As long as it's 7 seconds long, and when it's put into the template, I guess, makes sense, then go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Next, Video 2 is 3 seconds long. Take a look.
Happy Mother's Day.
Now you could do it that way, or if you wanted to do something else, watch, here's a different version.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's totally up to you, but it's gotta be 3 seconds long, right? For video trimming, you decide what piece of software you want to use. My basic workflow for this is I'm trying to shoot these video pieces exactly to the length, and it's easier than you think when I'm actually recording them. So I'll look on the back of my camera, and when I hit start video, that little timer right there, see it? It collects off the seconds, and then when I get to 7 seconds, I want to shut it off. But for reality's sake, if you have 100 kids that you're going to do for a daycare or something, there's no way that you're going to be able to hit that 7 seconds right every time. So you will need to trim your video. Now, you could send it to your hybrid lab and have them trim it, but that's done automatically, and sometimes it might not be the way you want it. So what I do is I bring it into Lightroom 4, and I trim them to the size that I want them. And then I just export them. Don't worry about importing and exporting and compressing and recompressing. Don't worry about any of that stuff. What I shoot typically video-wise is I shoot the 720 HD. I don't do the 1080 HD because it's just too darn big. And for the most times, the customers are going to view this on an iPhone or an iPad or their Facebook page. So shooting it in the big HD doesn't really matter. So set your camera for 720 HD and shoot in JPEG or RAW any way you want to, but you will have to upload a JPEG to your hybrid lab. So let's take another look at the finished product and let me show you a couple cool things. There's the butterfly background and here's Video 1, 7 seconds long. Now you can have that speak or not speak. It's totally up to you. And here's Photo 1 dissolving in. Then we move into Video 2 that can have audio or no audio. Then we've got some text that comes up and you upload the text that you want to use. And there's Photo 2. And a transition that goes to your logo, and butterflies go dark. Want to see another version? Let me show you one I just shot this weekend too. This is Sam.
Happy Mother's Day.
So feel free to experiment a little bit there. As long as you keep those timing the way you want to and you upload the JPEG files, you will find that this is an easy way to make e-products that you don't have to edit. And you'll find out that these are rather profitable and people are excited every time they see these things on a crazy phone. So best of luck to you. Of course, more information on discovermirrorless.com. Thanks so much to Suzette Allen for making this template so stinking good. Oh my gosh, the first time I saw it, I just went crazy. And of course, thank you to our hybrid lab at movewa.com for supplying us with the coders that actually help us make all these e-templates. Thanks, guys. Will Crockett here saying, go get 'em hybrid.